Hi friends, welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. In this video, I am going to discuss the monthly horoscope prediction for March 2025 for the fourth sign in the zodiac, which is none other than Cancer, Karka Rashi. Before I discuss the several major life areas ranging from career, business, health, marriage, travel, education, and much more, let me give a breakdown of the planetary placement of the Navagrahas this month. Starting with Jupiter, Dev Guru Brihaspati is going to be transiting in your 11th house in the sign of Taurus all month long. We see Saturn, Shani Dev, will be transiting for the first 27-28 days in your 8th house in its own Mool Trikona, Aquarius. Finally, towards the end of the month, it is going to leave your 8th house, the Ashtam Bhav, and transit to the Bhagyastan, to the ninth house, where it will become conjunct with the north node of the moon, Rahu. Directly opposite in the third house will be Ketu, the south node of the moon. But with Saturn, Sun will also be transiting to the ninth house. For the first 2 weeks, Sun will be in your eighth house, but in the last 2 weeks, Sun will be in the ninth house in the sign of Pisces, along with Rahu, Saturn, and even Mercury and Venus. So, a interesting five planet conjunction in your Bhagyastan, in your ninth house of destiny. Then we see that Mars will be in your 12th house in the sign of Gemini all month long. Finally, Moon, the planet Moon, which keeps moving very fast, changing signs every 2 to 3 days, will keep its progression moving throughout the month. Now, let's discuss the life areas, starting with the career. In terms of professional life, a major relief will be felt this month. Saturn's malefic impact, which was creating disturbance on a whole another level for the last couple of years, will now be disbanded. You will start to feel a whole lot better emotionally, internally, mentally. You will start to feel happier, peaceful. Reduction in stress levels, reduction in workload can be slowly experienced as well. Although you are not out of the danger zone, because your career Lord Mars is in the 12th house, right? And that too in the enemy sign of Gemini. So basically, the point I'm trying to make here is positivity is going to be felt this month, a good shift in your career, but definitely avoid taking any major career related risk, or there could be problematic consequences. Basically, do not rely solely on your destiny, on your luck factor in making any major decisions, or that could basically not go as per your planning, because your career lord itself is in the 12th house. So take it a bit easy. Things are now going to slowly start changing for the better, but do not throw caution to the wind. If I talk about business, in terms of the business area, this is the final month where you have to play it a bit more safe. Try to go with the status quo. Try to be as stable as you can in your business area, because your business lord will be in combustion as well as in the eighth house for almost the entire month. So try to do what you have always been doing. Try not to do any new experiments. Try not to get into new business partnerships, and try to just stick in your lane and follow the rules. If I talk about finance, in terms of financial aspect, it is going to be a brilliant month, the start of a positive month for you, because the blockage that Saturn had created on your wealth accumulation, on your savings, on your bank balance will be cleared off, right? Jupiter, naturally being a planet of opportunities, transiting in your 11th house in the natural sign of wealth is definitely going to keep bringing that money flow your way. Now, it is up to you how you redirect that money, whether you lavishly spend it or you spend it a little bit for enjoyment, but try to save it wisely as well. And that will help your money and savings grow in the time to come. Okay, now let's talk about health. In terms of health area, it is going to be a good month for the most part. Try not to, again, ignore any health issues related to your shoulders, or you can say to your hands, because if you are playing a lot of sports, if you're a gymnast, if you're into any type of extreme outdoor adventure activities, you need to take it a bit easy this month. If you're into weightlifting, if you're a power lifter, take it easy this month. Try not to, you know, do something beyond that you usually do. Otherwise, you could hurt yourself physically. So keep a watch on that. If I talk about love life, for single people, a brilliant positive change coming, right? Because the malefic impact of Shani's drishti on your fifth house will not be there anymore. So naturally, Jupiter's direct impact is looking to be a blessing in disguise. But your fifth lord will be in the 12th house, right? Mangal, which is a yoga karaka planet for you, but still it is not a good placement in the 12th house. Although it can be a good placement for getting in touch or communication with people living in a foreign land, living in a distant country. It can be good for that. So if you strike up a conversation, it can lead to something fruitful. If I talk about couples already in a relationship, there will be a lot of passion, sensuality, love, romance, bed pleasures on the rise. But there will be a lot of quarrels, arguments, disputes on the cards as well. So try to bring that fire element down a bit and try to be cooperative, try to compromise, and try to make your relationship work, because it will be worth it in the coming days and months. If I talk about marriage, for those single people wanting to get married, this is not the month for that. Best not to get married this month, but the better time is now coming. Saturn is finally moving out of the 8th house of the Ashtam Bhav. So in the coming months, the time is going to get a whole lot better. So best to avoid doing that this month if possible. If you're already married, then things are now going to slowly start improving in your married life, right? So try not to take any sudden rash decisions, because the exalted drishti of Mars will be on your marriage house. So try not to be too rash, impulsive, right? Temperamental in taking decisions. Take the Saturnian approach, be slow, steady, and patient in your decisions connected to your marital life. If I talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the month is looking good for the most part. And in terms of long distance travel journey vacation, definitely it might be on the cards for you, because there is going to be a 5 planet conjunction in your ninth house. But just make sure to do your due diligence research before embarking, especially solo, on a long distance trip, right? So if you're doing a long distance road trip by car, then make sure to not speed and drive your vehicle with caution. If I talk about children, for those people having children, overall your relationship with your children is now going to improve in the coming time. So definitely work towards that. If there were any issues, try to get those resolved, because the planetary alignment is supporting the same. For those women who are desiring to have a child but not being that lucky, in the progeny related area. Finally, good news on the cards for you. There can be slowly now positive things happening on that front. And overall, the time is going to get better for the progeny area for those women desiring the same. Education. In terms of primary education for those students pursuing bachelor's high school, the time is looking to be quite good, but there could be some temptations, right? So you need to make sure to get your priorities sorted out. In terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is again going to be strongly activated for your success, but it is how you redirect your attention. Is it going towards meaningless things, towards unnecessary distractions, or is it going solely towards your studies, towards your higher education aspiration? Because the planetary alignment is pretty powerful for you to succeed, but it is up to you to utilize it correctly. But overall, it can be a great time for those students seeking admission to a higher education program in a foreign land. Now, chances of getting admission can increase manifold. I believe I covered all the major life areas for my Cancer Karka Rashi friends. So the timeline is now slowly starting to shift in a very positive direction for you. I make I hope you make the most of this month, and I wish you the very best.